Howdy Palians, welcome back to my channel. It's Kefir Scene and welcome to my daily chores, things I do every day within the game of Palia, just to give you an idea of what things I do daily in this game. So hit that subscribe button if you enjoy Palia content, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll go ahead and get into it. So I start off my day by collecting from my statues, whatever you want to call these things. You'll get if you don't have them yet, you'll get them later on in life. And then I'll go through and I'll take care of my garden. Yes, that involves me weeding and watering and collecting, because that's just the way I go. Ooh, we're level 83. You know, I like an aesthetically pleasing garden, and I don't have to grow all the other stuff that a lot of those other people grow. It doesn't bother me to weed and water. You know, it's part of my game. It's how I play. So, this is how I play. I typically grow potatoes, blueberries. I grow one pepper, and then I grow a lot of apples because I do a lot of apples on Sunday cooking parties that I host every day on my stream, twitch.tv/KFierceScene. So show up on Sundays if you ever want to come to a cake party. I got plenty of room still for more people. And yeah, so now I'll refill my water, so I ain't got to refill it when I go to water it next time. And now we'll go to our seed makers. I will take out all the seeds and throw in more potatoes. That's why I grow potatoes, is to make seeds, and just they're always making seeds. And then I go over to my preserves, in which I will fill it back up, in which I typically have either one apple or one pepper going and 2 blueberries going, just because I do use a lot of the apples for my cooking parties, as I said. So I'll typically swap them out occasionally with peppers. That's why I have one pepper plant. And then I'll go through and I'll take care of my glowworm farms and fill them back up on either mushrooms, sweet leaf, or typically oyster meat, because that's just what I have on hand. You know, it's a great money maker if you want to sell the glowworms, but myself, I'm not here to actually sell the glowworms because I need a lot of glowworms right now, so we're just farming as many as we can. And then I'll go to my storage bin and I will drop off everything, all the stuff I want to keep, aka all the fruit and vegetables, and then I'll go through and I'll sell off all of the things that I have collected for the morning. So, you know, starting off with a 10k morning haul, pretty nice, can't complain. So the next thing I do is I head over here to Kilima, where I find my choppa pile for the day. And if you don't know what a choppa pile is, it's literally just a pile of sticks that you will see over here somewhere. And I just typically start at the top and I'll run my way down. There is a website you can look up for the daily piles if you don't want to, you know, find it yourself, but finding it's part of my daily chores, you know. Make sure to look in the shadows, because sometimes it hides in the shadows. Oh, and there it is. Okay. Nice, quick, easy one. Ooh, and we got dark cloves today. So now I'm going to make my way over to Zeki's, because every once in a real life day, you can purchase any item from Zeki's store and you will get yourself a coin. So typically I will either purchase chocolate, because I'm dating like 10 people right now, or sugar, because I always need sugar for my Sunday cooking parties, as I said, because I'm usually using apples, okay? So that concludes everything I really need to do over here for the day. I'll generally do some talking to villagers if I need to, but then I'll go to the board and I will teleport over to Bahari. So then we teleport over to Bahari so that we can get our next quote-unquote choppa pile, which is called the rummage pile, which spawns somewhere on the shore of the ocean. And so I'll just I'll use the teleport over to Bahari, go to the central stables, and then I just take a quick run down here, collecting all the mushrooms or sweet leaf or oysters or clams that I find along the way for later on, just to give myself a little bit of a jump start. And then I just literally, I usually climb up the edge of the ocean and then head back down if I don't see it, while still collecting any extra clams or oysters on the way. And there we go. We found our rummage pile. That's what it looks like. I got a spicy pepper. It is what it is. So now you get to start off, now you get to do your makeup daily quests from here on out, because there are no more actual daily quests in the game. Everything from here on out, I've basically made up, and I've given myself daily quests, because there's a lot of grinding in this game. And instead of doing it all in one day, I like to spread it out, you know, like typically what I would do before I caught my unicorn fish, or my giant goldfish, both, would be after I got my rummage pile, I would go and I would fish and catch 10 fish. And so that I could hopefully get the rare fish I was looking for. Nowadays what I do is I run around the beach and I collect 10 oysters. I like to do things in 10 numbers. It's even, I like it, it's aesthetically pleasing to me. So that's what I do. And because I don't feel like 10 is doing too much, while still participating, you know. But I go through and I collect 10 oysters along the beach. Now the oysters have a chance when opening them to give you a achievement item / quest item / whatever you want to call it without spoiling it. You know, it gives you something. So instead of literally spending the day farming hundreds of oysters just to maybe get it, maybe not, I actually just go through and I do 10 a day, and maybe eventually I'll get the item I'm looking for. You know, till then, you know, I'll just keep collecting 10 oysters every day. And then once I collect 10 oysters, I tend to run out of off the beach and collect any extra ones I may see along the way. You know, because if I can have like 1 or 2 extra, then I'm down, you know, that gives me 1 or 2 extra to open up. Plus, I use these oyster meat for my worm farms right now, so it's super handy to have them extra. But yeah, I'll go through and I'll open up all my oyster meat and see if I get anything, and if not, then we move on for the next day. In which I did not. I got some pearls, but that was it. So now I basically run towards the gate to go back to my farm. But in the meantime, I'll go through and I'll collect any sweet leaf or mountain morel mushrooms that I see, as those I use for my worm farms. If this area out here is pretty populated, then I will go through and I will do a whole loop and collect a whole bunch of them. But as I'm seeing right here, like somebody's literally came through and like cleared out any of my normal spawn points. So I know somebody's running the loop right now, so I'm not worried about running my loop right now, so I'm just going to collect what little ones I see, and then I head home. And that's pretty much most of what there is to do, and how I keep myself busy every day in Palia. So if you like this video, thank you so much, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.